This is an ABC7 editorial with Steve Sabato.
Last week, a historic day in state environmental history passed. The Florida Legacy Act went into effect. The bill earmarks up to $200 million a year for Everglades restoration. While this is a welcome and long overdue development, it is wise to recall the story of the Everglades as a study in broken promises, the influence of Big Sugar, and the exploitation of a 4 million acre national park. To put things in perspective, a recent article in New Yorker magazine reminds us that it was back in the year 2000 that former Governor Jeb Bush's efforts to save the Everglades led to an $8 billion commitment by the state of Florida and the federal government. That's $8 billion with a B, folks, not the current pledge of $200 million. But less than 3 years later, Bush changed course and under intense pressure from the state sugarcane lobby, dismantled one of the key provisions of the agreement, which effectively killed the deal. To understand who is responsible for what from a regulatory perspective, it is important to note that by law, the state of Florida, not the feds, is responsible for water quality. While dikes and drains have dried up thousands of acres, which is a big part of the problem, water pollution is the greatest threat. And the greatest source of water pollution is fertilizer from the sugar plantations. So, one might reasonably conclude the multi-billion-dollar federally subsidized sugar industry should foot the cleanup bill. But that is not what happened. So while we do celebrate the enactment of the Florida Legacy Act, a word of caution and a couple sobering facts. Number one, what the government giveth, the government can also taketh away. And number two, you, the taxpayer, not the sugar barons, are footing the $200 million bill every year to clean up the Everglades. I'm Steve Sabato, and we'd like to hear from you.
The opinions expressed in this editorial do not necessarily reflect those of ABC7's owners or management. If you would like to comment, go to our website, www.mysuncoast.com.